Well, how's it going, y'all? Welcome back to another video here with our Brown Farmhouse. My name is Nico. My wife's name is Natalie. We have 4 children, 3 girls, 1 boy, plus my mother-in-law, aka Nana, lives with us here on our East Texas ranch. And we are so glad to have you here for this video because this is one of the biggest updates we've done since our journey of moving to this property, starting addition work to the home, renovation work to the barn and other areas, and I'm just excited to share this one, y'all. So much going on in this one, and I think this one might be a long one, so go ahead and grab some popcorn or your favorite snack. Don't forget your drink because you won't want to miss the updates we have to share in this one. And also, just want to say thank you to all of our newer subscribers. We really appreciate you for choosing to be here with us. That's a choice and we don't take it for granted. And to all the OGs, I salute you. Welcome to another video. Thank you for continuing to be here to love and support our family and be on this journey with us as well. But y'all, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, so I'm gonna just go ahead. Let's get to it. Let's jump into the video, beginning with all of the light fixtures and everything we had to buy for the things you're going to see in this video. So let's go ahead and hop on over to when we got back from Lowe's with all of the lights and fixtures that we had to buy, and I'll walk you through everything and then we'll get to the tours. Let's go, y'all. All right, good morning, everybody. Well, this morning for me, we have everything unloaded from the car and we are expecting the electrician today. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything in the places that they go because we want to make it as easy as possible for him when he gets here to know that this is for that, that is for this, all the things, all right? But before I do that, I've separated everything so we can kind of walk through what's what. So right up front here, we have all of our there's slim LED halo lights. So you know the real skinny ones like that go up into the ceiling. So if we come into the tack room here, there are those little puck lights that go in those right there. So we needed 40. Yeah. We needed 40 of those. And then I bought 2 that are made specifically for water, for the shower. So I have those 2, one for our shower, one for the shower in the Barndo. And then in the hallway in the house, there's a light by like the attic door that Natalie doesn't like. So she bought this light to replace it with. And I think that'll look pretty nice. If we go over to the entertainment area or the gym, there's going to be 9 halo lights, but there's also, remember I put or added a light for the front porch and a light for the foyer. So that's where these 2 come in. The larger one is going to be for the porch, and the smaller one is going to be right in the foyer when you walk in. So that's those 2. Everything in this section is for the Barndo. So we have this light right here is for above Nana's kitchen sink. And it's black and gold, right? Black and gold. And then in her bathroom, that's for above her bathroom sink. And then we have the bathroom like fixtures and things, you know, hang your towels, the toilet paper and all that to match. Then we have the faucet for the sink. So you see the theme is we have oiled rubbed bronze, like this bar right here. Oiled rubbed bronze and gold will be the theme. And this is one of those bars that we're going to put this one by the toilet. It's one of those bars that are, you know, ADA handicap. We know that Nana and or, you know, my grandmother, we have older people in our family that if they're using that bathroom, you know, those bars come in handy when you're trying to stand up or maneuver. So we have one of those to put on the wall over by the toilet. This is something that I think is pretty fun. This is like the bathroom exhaust vent. And this thing was, it was like $100. It was like the same price as, it was actually cost more than the fan we're putting in our bathroom. But it has a Bluetooth speaker and it has a light. So we were like, why not? So if Nana or someone's in there using the bathroom, you know, taking a shower, using the bathroom, whatever, you can connect your phone to it and there's a speaker. Thought that was pretty cool. And everything else is just for her front porch. So we have 2 ceiling fans and a pennant light. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is ask him to go, because remember there's 3 lights on the porch. So for those 3 spots, I think I'm going to ask him to go ceiling fan, pennant light, ceiling fan. And the pennant light will be in the middle by the door. So that's that. Over in the barn, actually right over there in the party area, we had a section installed for a ceiling fan, and that's what this one is. This is a 72-inch, I believe, ceiling fan, made for outdoors in black. So this is a pretty large ceiling fan that we're gonna put over there. So when we're having those gatherings, parties, whatever, especially as we head into summer, that fan there will help move the air, right? So it's not still and generate some air or wind so we're not so hot. Everything else here is for Natalie and I's bathroom. So we have 2 of these for above our sink. You know, we're gonna have like one of those double sink, his and her type sinks, so that's that. Bathroom exhaust fan, and then all the lights in our bedroom I want to be on a dimmer. So I have a 3-pack right here. I have an extra one right here. So essentially, I want the bedroom lights to be on a dimmer, the office lights to be on a dimmer, and then the bedroom chandelier to be on a dimmer. So that's what those are. And then this motion sensor light right here is for the pantry. So you'll have to stay tuned for that because we haven't shared anything about the pantry yet. And it's gonna blow y'all's mind. I think I'm gonna say this is gonna be one of those pantries that I think other people will see and be like, oh, we want to do that. You know what I mean? Like we put our minds together on this one. So I really like the way this one's turning out. So we'll show you that when it's time. And that will all be on Mom's channel. I'm filming this. I don't know whose channel this is going to be on. Most likely Mom's, because this is, you know, most of this is house stuff. So, and then over here, we just have some feed for our emu Frankie, and we mix her feed ourselves because for us it's cheaper. And this is everything we put in her feed, y'all. We put sweet feed, layer feed, rabbit feed, scratch grain, and then we add poultry booster into her feed. Okay, we take all of that stuff, we mix it together in the garbage can. That's what, 200 pounds of food, and that will last her, I mean, a good while. I'll probably say 6 to 8 weeks, a month and a half to 2 months. So I have to mix that because she is almost out of feed. But yeah, y'all, that's where we are. And like I said, I'm about to take all that stuff and actually sit it in the rooms that it goes in just to make it easier for our electrician. I'm excited because we have paint. We're about to do the lights, which is going to be cool because we'll finally be able to have lights in these spaces. And then on the flooring, y'all, and we're just marching towards that finish line, and it's taking longer than I thought it would take. But for one, as y'all already know, unless you're new here, we're trying to do all of this debt free. So we spend a lot of money, then we save up, then we spend, then we save up for the next project. And then also outside of that, I think I shared this in another video before, but when you take all of the spaces and add them up, so the addition on the house, which includes a primary bedroom, an office, a closet, a primary bathroom, also the mud room. Then you take the Barndo, which essentially is like a 2-bed, 1-bath, has a kitchen. So Nana's room is like a studio. She has her own closet, the bathroom, and then we have what we're calling the bunk room. Then you take the Tack and storage room, which we did put heat and AC in via mini split. Then you take the entertainment room, which will also be a gym and entertainment room. When you take all those spaces and add them together, it's a little shy or somewhere around 2,200 square feet. So when you look at these things individually, you're like, man, why aren't we done yet? But what I've learned is that, or what I've rationalized is, when you take all these spaces and put them together, we're building a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom with a mud room. And then when you take the entertainment area and the tack room and storage room, the size they are could easily be like a kitchen, a living room, whatever. So we are building a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, essentially. So when I think about it that way, I'm like, oh, you know what? This is taking about the amount of time you would expect it to take, especially with us trying to do it debt free. So almost to the finish line. It's crazy that is that much square footage we're adding to this property. And I can't lie to y'all, once all this housework and stuff is done, Mom and I are thinking about getting an appraiser to come back out here. We're not sure if we want to wait until we have a bulk of the work on the property done, or just once all this stuff is done. Because obviously we know what the house appraised for when we bought it, but adding a whole nother house to it in space, I'm interested to see what the ROI is right now today. And then obviously that'll grow over years. So, all right, enough jabber. Let me put these boxes where they go. All right, y'all, it's the moment of truth. I know for a fact that out of all the videos we've made in this series so far, this one right here is the one I'm most excited about. And we're about 8 months into this journey, but what you're about to see, what we're about to walk through, I feel like is the first time where you'll truly see the vision, and it's going to start to feel like whatever the space is, whether it's the tack room, the barndo, the entertainment area, things we've done to inside the barn here. Once again, so excited to share that with you. Let's just get to it, y'all. Let's get to it, and let's start off with the barn itself. Let's start off with the barn itself. All right, y'all, so I wanted to start off at the front of the barn because so much has changed. I'll try to do some before and afters, but this isn't that video. This is an update video. We will have a start to finish video once all this work is done, but depending on how I'm feeling, rather, when I edit this, I'll add some befores maybe, I don't know. So when we bought this property, there was no windows in front of the barn. There was no porch over there. And you see some things happening on that porch over there, which we'll check out. But how nice is it to see how bright the lights are down the alleyway, these windows. And you can see there's lights on in those spaces, which we'll get to. But just wanted to start right there because this right here alone to me is something very powerful. Now, we will be building shutters for these windows, and we'll also be building planter boxes, amongst other projects that we have. But let's walk over here so I can show you, since we're starting with the barn itself. Let's go ahead and show you Nana's porch. So her porch is 5 foot long. I believe it's somewhere between 25 and 28 feet long. I'll have to measure it again. And let me back up to get a good view for you. This is the look we were going for. The roof on top of the barn is black, but the roof on top of the porch itself is kind of like a shack look. It has a mixture of different metals, and that's why I went with the dangling pendant light right there, because when it's windy, I wanted to have that feel to it. I can't explain the feel I'm going for. If you've seen the movie Sinners, like that old 1940s like shack, I don't know, I can't explain. It's just a feeling. Before all this work is done, yes, we will be adding a step there. We added this window, but let's get in closer on these lights over here in the fan. So here is the light. It is a pendant light, and I'm gonna rock it really quick. So you see how it can have like that moving effect and how it creates these different shadows and things like that. That's the look I was going for. That's the vibe I was going for. But of course, on a calm night like tonight, it's just going to be chilling. But we did add 2 ceiling fans that are 52-inch ceiling fans that are made to be outdoors to her porch. So as Nana's sitting on her porch, we're going to add rockers. She has fans that help either keep her cool or move the air. And I'm so happy for her to have this space. We're also going to be eventually adding railing and or enclosing it fully with, you know, like a screened-in porch. So a lot of things we have in mind for Nana. Right over here, you can see the unit, which is for the HVAC that supports the Barndo. There's 2 units in the Barndo, and it also supports the tack room. There's a unit in the tack room, so that's what this is. I'm just so excited to, I mean, this is a big unit, y'all. I'm so excited that that work is done, that work is completed, and how everything is just coming together for Nana in this Barndo, in this space. Now, as we walk this way, you'll see that the siding over here is also the wood, which if you've been here, you already know this, but there's a lot of new people. So the siding over here is also the same wood. And as we walk through this stall into the barn itself, you'll see that the siding to the tack room and the siding over here to the barndo is that same wood siding. So everything is seamless, everything's matching, everything flows. In the barn itself, all of these lights that you see, they were here already. What we've done is we just made them brighter and we moved them to be strategically where we want. So there's 3 lights on the main alleyway that are on one switch. And another thing we've done is when we first moved into this property here at the barn, this large stall, which is actually 2 stalls, you see a door there, but it's currently 1 large stall for the peacocks, had 1 light. That was on the same switch as that stall. And then this stall right here that we're going to finish out had no light at all. So what we've done is we've put this large stall, boom, on its own switch. So now when we cut the light for that stall on, it no longer is automatically connected to that stall because we had our electrician run this stall its own switch and light. So we have this all set up. And then another thing we did is this stall, once again, didn't have a light, so we added one. And it's a pretty bright one, and you can see how it brights up the space. So there's a better shot of the light on in that stall. And as I rotate this way, here's a better view of the light on in this stall, the light on in this stall. And then I mentioned that there's 3 lights on the alley. There's also a light right here that we're going to have replaced with this star light or lantern, because it'll match everything else on the property, like the star on this door to the bunk room, for example. But when we switch this one out, it's also ready to go as well. Okay. So on this side, we have multiple lights as well. One of them's already on, it's this one, and it's on the same box as this stall. So cut it off, cut it on. But this is what Mom and I are most proud of. Let me cut on this light right here, which now we're in the party barn area. So we have that light, but boom, look at this, y'all. We have, I think it's a 72-inch ceiling fan in here now. And this thing is moving air. It feels good. It's controlled by remote. So like right here, the light's not on it. I'm gonna press that button and we should see the light that's on it come on. Bam. Just like that. I'm gonna turn it off. Pretty cool, y'all. And on this remote, I mean, we can control how long it's on, you know, the direction of the fan blade, how powerful it is, how strong the light is, all of that. And we also have other lights, like there's a light over here if you just want that light. And then over here at this other bar section, I don't know if we've ever showed this before, but there's pendant lights over here, 1, 2, and 3, that we could turn on. And then this little bar section over here has a nice little vibe, especially, you know, if you cut off other lights. Like if I cut off the light right here, I feel like you see how it has a nice vibe to it, y'all. So it's a pretty nice area. I like this area a lot. Now you can see it clearer. So when I zoom out all the way, it's fuzzy. And when I zoom in, it's clear, but you don't get a good shot of everything. But I really love these lights. And here's a look back at the ceiling fan. So we are nowhere near done with the barn, but there's already been so much progress. There's a little bit more electrical work that we need to complete. And then there's just other projects that we're going to be doing to the barn to beautify it, continue to beautify it. But 8 months in, that's your tour of everything we've done outside the barn structure so far. But I know you've been waiting to look inside these spaces, so let's start with the tack room. Let's go, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm excited. This really feels like a moment of truth. And if you've been following this series, you know out of all the doors we bought, this was my favorite door. It's just a really large door. Let me zoom out. It's just a really large door with nice big panes, which I really love that. I'm still trying to decide, do I want to frost the glass, or do I want to tint the glass, or do I want to put some type of decals on it? But as of right now, the way it looks, I really like it. So as we head this way and walk into this space, bam. Woo, it smells good in here. I'm strategically not showing everything yet, y'all, but I'm just so excited about this space. I think you can kind of see, you should be able to see that the wall color is a different color than the ceiling in here itself. Let me see if I could get it to, come on. So I'm not sure what the camera keeps trying to focus on, but you should be able to see that the wall and the ceiling are two different colors. Can you see that? So one is your traditional white ceiling, and the paint color in this room is called Summer White. Summer White, okay? Mom did a good job. Let me close this door. I think Mom did a good job on this one, y'all, but this is what I'm most excited about. Let's rotate. Bam. All right. We told y'all in this room we wanted a wood accent wall, and we got it, y'all. And I think it turned out good. It's exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I imagined. I wanted it to have horizontal boards. I wanted it to be the big, thick boards that we've used throughout the rest of the property. And I think it just turned out really well. And as we pan up here, you'll see in this room, there are a total of 6 lights. So we have 2, 4, 6. We have all of our outlets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on this wall. We have one at counter height over here, and then we have 2 over here. So in this space, like in many of the other spaces that we're going to look at, there's not much left to do, y'all, like at all. So just so happy with how this room turned out. So amazing. The only thing that we might change is this door was supposed to swing the other way. So I might get that door traded out. Really doesn't matter to me though. But technically the switch is on the wrong side because in my original plan, the door was supposed to swing the other way. I bought the wrong door, whatever, user error. But first world problems. Outside of that, everything looks good. We just have to finish out trim. So trimming is what's left. And yeah, just so excited, y'all. Looks so good. Smells really good in here. And here's the remote. You can see it's currently 7 degrees in here. I don't think we've ever shown that these actually work, but bam. You see it turning on. See it showing 70 degrees. And I can already feel the cool breeze blowing on me. Feels good. Oh yeah. So can control everything through this remote. Oh, that really does feel good. But yeah, y'all, this is our tack room / storage room. Tack room / storage room. Really love how this space turned out. Really large space, should be able to accommodate all of our needs as we head into the future. I would find it pretty hard to outgrow this space, so woo, so exciting. All right, y'all, so leaving from the tack room, we'll head down this way and just want to show how the lines that power the unit in the tack room, they all run directly into the wall over there, but they come this way, run under the metal, out right there, and through the Barndo to the unit I showed you earlier. So once again, that's what's supplying it. Elvis, you don't have to jump up there like that, man. You scare me. But let's go ahead and take a look inside this Barndo. I know y'all been waiting for that. Wait, you know what, y'all? Let's actually go over to the entertainment area next. I'm very, very, very excited about that space because we're calling it the entertainment area, but it's really going to be our gym / entertainment area because it's going to have a lot of our memorabilia in there, things that Natalie and I have collected over 15 years of being together, sentimental things. That's where we'll likely put all of our Legos we've been building. We plan on having a bar area, places for like board games, a pool table, um, and then the gym, of course, which I'm very excited about. As many of you know, last year around May, this time last year actually, I started working out. Whether it was doing light things in the gym or simply walking for cardio, watching my diet, I've been putting in work consistently until we moved into this house. Once we moved into this house, I haven't been able to work out as consistently because if I were to drive to work, drive home, do the things needed to be done on the property, be a husband, be a father, and still try to go to the gym, literally would get no sleep. So I'm excited about the entertainment area, y'all, because now that is complete, what you're about to see with the beautiful paint choice we have and the lights, I finally have a gym again, which is why I am over the moon to present to you the sponsor of today's video, Merach. They sent me an item I've been using for the past month, and woo, y'all, this thing is the real deal. So let's go ahead and head over to the entertainment area, check it out, and I'll introduce you to Merach. All right, y'all, so we have the S19 Pro Recumbent exercise bike from Merach, and I was so excited to receive this product because I need to work out. I need to stay in shape, y'all. One of the hardest things to do is to start working out and then stop and then have to start again. So this arrived right on time, and what I was most excited about, y'all, is how easy it was to set up because it comes 80% pre-assembled. I was able to set this up so quick, and also check this out. It's super easy to move. Look how easy I can maneuver this item and get it into place after the assembly. This is also handy for storage. Being able to pick this item up, pick this bike up, and just quickly move it to where we need it to be makes it easy to maneuver around to wherever we want to set it, but also to put up in storage when it's not in use. Now let me show you how easy it is to move the seat forward and back, which is important because that makes it easy to assess for everyone in my family, whether it's me, Natalie, Egypt, who has sat on the bike as well. So it's easy to slide the seat on the bike forward or back depending on your height. It really is as easy as pulling this lever, y'all, and sliding back or forth to the position that you want the seat in, and boom, you're ready for action. You're ready to get going on this recumbent bike. Another reason I'm excited to share this is because this bike is ideal for seniors or people with joint or back issues. It's also ideal for those with higher body weights or those undergoing rehabilitation, right? Because it is so low impact and you could do it from the comfort of your home. So as I get set up for my exercise, I'm very excited to do so because this is after about a month of having this bike, and y'all, it makes my workouts so easy with all the work I do off of the property and then having to have a long commute home. The convenience of having this right here in our newly completed gym has been just game changing for me. Now there's many ways to get your cardio in, but what I love about the recumbent bike here by Merach is that I am able to execute my cardio without putting too much pressure on my knees. Yes, y'all, if I go running or anything that's high impact, I'm going to feel it the next day in my knees, and this recumbent bike is perfect because it is reclined with a very, very comfortable mesh backrest. It's a wide seat and it has a forward position pedal set up so as I'm exercising here on this bike. It's just super comfortable, and once again, very low packed on my body, very low impact on my lower back and knees. And what I really love about it, y'all, is the comfort of that mesh seat and backrest. It's comfortable for my lumbar, gives me great support there. It has a ventilated design, so it's keeping my lower back cool during the workout, which is very, very important because I get to sweating once I'm working out, y'all. The seat is super duper comfortable as well. It does have a thick cushion seat, and that really helps just evenly distribute pressure on things such as your hips and your tailbone, and it allows me to ride the bike longer, and it creates a smooth and more comfortable ride. Another cool thing is it has a weight capacity of up to 330 pounds and 8 adjustable resistance levels. So if you're a beginner, you can set that bad boy on 1 for something light if you're just doing rehabilitation. But if you really want to challenge and get a workout in, you can slide this lever to 8. And it really is as easy as that, y'all, to maneuver this lever from 1 through 8 to select the resistance level that you want. And let's get to it, y'all. It's time to work out. So as I'm on the bike here, I really want to point out how there's many positions in which you could place your hands. So there's handlebars up top. There's also handlebars on the side that you can use. And the cool thing about the handlebars on the side is that they have a heart monitor built into those bars on the side. So as you're riding the bike, it's very easy for you to look on the monitor and see what your heart rate is, y'all. The built-in pulse sensor tracks your heart rate in real time, and it helps you stay within the optimal training zone that you're shooting for to ensure that you can remain safe and have a more effective and low-impact workout. Now, if you're working out in your home, of course you don't want a machine that's extremely loud because that can bother others if you're in a shared space, right? So the magnetic resistance combined with the 6.6 pound flywheel delivers a very smooth and friction-free pedaling experience, and it's whisper quiet, y'all. It's only at 15 decibels. So as you're over there riding and getting your exercise in, you're not bothering the household or those around you, but you will work up a sweat, as you can see here, y'all. Woo! This has been a good exercise. Now, this is the end of my workout here, and I would love to show you all the ways that you can track your workout as you're going through it to keep you engaged and in the know with how things are going. So the monitor will track your time, it'll track your speed, it'll track the distance, the calories burned, and y'all look at this. I got it in to see those calories burned. And once again, it'll track your heart rate. It also has an odometer, allowing you to clearly track progress and stay motivated as you're navigating your workout. And honestly, y'all, having this machine over the past month has been a blessing. The S19 Series Recumbent bike by Merach has made things super convenient, so lightweight, it's easy to maneuver, to place it wherever I want it here within the gym, and being able to get a good exercise in, especially cardio from the comfort of your home, for me has been game changing. So once again, check out Merach and check out the S19 Series Recumbent bike. This is perfect once again for people that are seniors, people with joint or back discomfort, higher body weight users, if you're in rehabilitation, or anyone wanting a low impact home fitness experience. So down below in the description and in our pinned comment, we have a link to Merach's website where you can get 8% off your order. And y'all, this is something that I do highly recommend because of how low impact and easy it is to set up and, most importantly, use this recumbent bike. All right, y'all, I gotta lock in on this workout here, so Once again, thank you, Merach, for sponsoring today's video. Check out the link down below in the description and the pinned comment. Let's get back to the video. All right, welcome back. Now, how cool was that bike, y'all? Woo! Be sure to check out that pinned comment. That thing is the real deal. Now, when I was setting up the bike, on the bike, you got to see some of the entertainment area, but not really. So let's head over there, y'all. The wait is over. Let's go check this thing out. All right, y'all, it's night, so it's not that clear. I do want to point out that this light fixture, which looks so amazing, oh, it looks so good. It has been installed. Here's its light switch already in here undercover, but it's not connected yet. They still have to come actually connect it. And as we head into the gym or entertainment area, you see the smaller one right here that also has already been installed and looks so good. Let's go ahead and step in. Here's its switch. Still has to be connected. So we have the bigger one, and then we have the smaller one. And I think these really do give like a speakeasy vibe, a speakeasy feel. That's what I was going for. Let me close this door here. So I think it does give that vibe. Along with this door, you know, a door that you can't see through. You gotta get on your tippy toes a little bit to look out of it. It's, you know, just, that's what I was going for. And as I back up here, let me do this. You can see what will be the foyer area. So like all the other spaces so far, everything's going to get trimmed out, but we have a space over here along with the light, a drop-off area that will be over here on this wall. We'll have all type of pictures and memorabilia, and boom, look at this, y'all. So we have a total of 9 lights, y'all. 6 lights are controlled by one switch, which is the gym side. 3 lights are controlled by another switch, which is the entertainment area side. So if I cut off the gym lights, let me zoom out. If I cut off the gym lights, you see those cut off, cut them back on. And then we have the 3 lights over here that are the entertainment area side. Turn off the gym lights, see you have that, just that lighting. So, and you can see all of the white rectangles. So we have all of our outlets, outlet, one up high for a TV, outlet, a second TV, some outlets for the bar area. Over here we have outlets for, you know, our future gym equipment such as the treadmill. So I plan on having a treadmill, a bike, maybe something similar to like a row machine or, you know, things like that. Here's all of our Legos undercover, along with the TV we're going to put in here. Look at this orange cat Lego. It's so cute. And we have some tulip Legos there, but another outlet, you already know the switches are there. Then we have the door and foyer area. And you see this plastic moving, y'all. The reason this plastic is moving is because the unit is on. And it feels really good in here, y'all. I have it set to cool, so AC, and it's set to 68 degrees. And it is doing its job, y'all. See right here, set to 68 degrees, and man, it feels good. So the only thing left to do in here, y'all, is the flooring. We are going to be putting flooring down, so we're going to get this all cleaned up and prepared for the flooring. So we're going to level it, put down the flooring, then we have to trim it out, and then this room will be done. You're probably wondering what the wall color is called. Let me get closer. I don't know how to explain or describe this wall color. I don't know, y'all. If I had to, I would say it's like a grayish black. The actual wall color and all the paints that I've gone over in this video are Sherwin-Williams. It's all Sherwin-Williams. This paint color is called Iron Ore, and I love it. I told Mom, because I wanted this entertainment area slash gym area to have a speakeasy type of vibe, I asked Mom if I could paint it black. I just wanted it literally black. Well, Mom had to put, the female touch on it. She said, black would be maybe a little too much. So she picked out this color herself, and I like it because I think it was a great compromise. I wanted something dark. Mom just didn't want something literally black. And this is like a black with undertones of gray. I would argue there's even some like blue. It looks really good, y'all. It looks really good. Not sure if the camera's doing it justice, but this is a big space. I don't remember how many square feet this is. I'll put it on the screen, and I'm pretty sure I'll add the square footage of the other spaces as we're going through them as well. But this is a large space, and I'm so excited because this is a space where obviously we could come work out, but if I have friends over, this is where we'll be hanging out. If Mom has friends over, this is where they could be hanging out. But y'all want to know another cool hangout spot? The Barndo. Because not only does it have Nana's studio apartment and her closet and a bathroom, but it has a bunk room, which we're very excited about. So let's go ahead and finally head over to the bunk room, Nana's apartment, AKA the Barndo, and check out the progress over there, y'all. All right, y'all, so I also want to add really quick that all of the spaces we're looking at in this video have spray foam. They've been spray foam with closed cell spray foam. So airtight, solid as a rock, and you can feel it. Whatever the temperature is outside, when we step into these spaces, you literally can feel the temperature shift. So they're sealed tight, and once again, they have HVAC in every single space. All right, y'all, so let's get a full view of the door as we walk up to it to go ahead and head into this space. It's like walking into your home, literally. So I'm gonna zoom all the way out. As I mentioned earlier in the video, it's blurry. Not as crisp, but you can see in this space, we have 2, 4, 6 lights. And in this space, the wall color is different than the tack room, y'all. So in this space, we've gone with alabaster, similar to the walls in our bedroom space. So this is alabaster. Also, unlike all the other spaces, in here we have texture. So all the walls in the Barndo have texture, and we have alabaster on the walls, and then you move up to the ceiling and you just have that white ceiling, y'all. Also, of course, we have the HVAC right here, but we also have a port in the roof, plugs in the roof for a projector we want to put in here for movie nights. So the projector will be somewhere over here, and then we'll have a screen on that wall where we can watch movies. Plenty of plugs in here, as you can see, right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. And there's one on the wall behind me, right here. And from a safety lens, we do have a smoke detector, which this is powered by electric, not battery. So it's on the, it's wired. It's a wired smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector. So all of the detectors that we've installed in all of the spaces are smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Now, one of the things I love about this space, because it is a hangout space, bunk room, movie room, whatever, is check this out. See this, y'all? This is a dimmer. So the lights in this space, we'll just look at these two lights, are on a dimmer. You know, we could lower the light, or we can raise the light to whatever level we want it at, like so, and boom, that's all the way on. So slowly lower it. The camera doesn't pick it up well. Slowly raise it all the way back up. So this entire room is on dimmers, which I think is pretty cool. Now from the bunk room, we walk into the bathroom. And here in the bathroom, open this door all the way. As y'all already know, we had all the plumbing fixed. So we have the hot and cold water for the sink, plumbing for the sink, the toilet water line, all the things I showed you earlier in the video that will eventually be installed. We have not installed the light above the sink. So this will be the vanity, sink, mirror, light above it. We haven't installed that yet because we want to install the mirror and the vanity first to make sure that when the light is installed, it's centered on the sink and all those things, right? So that will be coming soon, but you can see we have our outlet in here, which is water protected as it should be per code. And next project, y'all, we've already started tearing this out because they had to come in and fix all this plumbing, of course. So you can see where the shower head will be, the water knob. You could clearly see hot lines, cold lines. But we're going to be changing this to cement board, and then it's on the tile, y'all. So the tile that mom chose for the shower and the floor and all that good stuff is beautiful. I think y'all are going to like it. I think Nana's going to like it, but that's what we have coming up next, y'all. So it's also worth mentioning that the lights in the showers, they are lights designed to be around moisture. So those are good. And then this wire right here is for the exhaust fan, which hasn't been installed yet, but it is right there. From the bunk room, we walk on over to Nana's closet. So as we walk over into Nana's closet, you see a door to her studio apartment. But over here, as y'all know, we have the hot water tank is 40 gallons, which for one person, even if we have guests, this is more than enough. This was the water heater that was in the main house, and it was enough for us. So this is more than enough hot water for Nana and any guests that she'll have over. But you know, it will be getting scooted closer to the wall. We'll have a stackable washer and dryer. There's the water line for the washer and dryer, stackable washer and dryer. Just have to install the vent line going out the back. Once again, you see we have the appropriate plug. Any imperfections, like things like this, you know, when we come through in blue tape, the contractor is going to come fix, you know. Like right here, once they complete the wire work up here, they're going to come fix that. So excited about that. If you haven't seen Mom's most recent video upload, we took a trip to IKEA to get ideas of, you know, the shelving and all the things that we'll likely do over here in Nana's space. So excited about that, you know, getting to her shelving and all that. But in that same video, we also spoke about, no, we didn't. So just know that Mom's picked out all the flooring. So we have to do the flooring in here, the tile work, all the baseboards and trim work. So that's to come, but you know, I'm already happy with what I see. And as we go from Nana's closet to her studio, well, let me turn on the lights in here. So, bam, bam, bam. All right. So over here in this space, Nana has her HVAC, the window we installed. You know, she has outlets everywhere, there, outlet right there, one up high for her TV. You can see the switches right here. One is for the lights outside of her front door, which let me show y'all her front door. I really like her front door, y'all. But one controls the lights on the front porch that we've already gone over. Okay. And then one controls her ceiling fan and one controls her bedroom light. So I turned the ceiling fan on and there's a remote for the ceiling fan, but she has a appropriately sized ceiling fan for this room. And it does have a light on it that I could turn on with the remote. So let's do that. Turn it on, turn it off. So really happy with the ceiling fan choice in here. It really moves the air well, but this HVAC will be doing a lot of work and it does a great job. All of those HVAC devices came out of the house, so we know they do a good job. Over on this side, as you can see, this light has already been installed because it's centered on the window, which the plumbing's centered on the sink. So we felt comfortable saying, okay, go ahead and install this one. But this is for her kitchen light. So if I turn off the other lights in here, this is the room with just the warm light of the light that would be above her kitchen sink. And I'll turn these other lights back on. And the plan is there'll be cabinetry, kitchen sink with more cabinetry, the refrigerator, which the water line for the fridge has been installed, cabinetry, most likely maybe some floating shelves, cabinetry, lowers, floating shelves, cabinetry over here, stove, hood with vent, microwave. We're trying to decide if we'll get her one that's like the kind above the stove or one that just sits on the counter. That'll really be her choice. We've put a lot of thought into this space for it to be an area that she and or others can grow into. You know what I mean? So we're not sure how long Nana will live in this space. Maybe one day on the second property, she will say, hey, let me put a home over there or a mobile home over there or a tiny home over there. We don't know. But we have thought about growing into the spaces, not only in here, but in the main room as well. But yeah, y'all, this is Nana's room. I haven't been on camera much in this video, but this is Nana's studio, into her closet, into the bathroom, into the bunk room. I love how those doors just line up like that. Looks real good. And doesn't it feel like a home already? Like, to me, texture on the wall just feels homey. So I'm excited about this space for Nana. And I mean, just imagine once the trim out is done, the floor is done, the towel is done, we get the finishes in here. I forgot to mention that our contractor, once all the work is done, he's bringing in a cleaning crew. So the windows, doorknobs, windowsills, baseboards, a good vacuum, dusting, mopping, like move in ready, cut the ribbon, let's go. He's going to bring in a cleaning crew, his cleaning crew, and they're going to make this thing look photo ready, just perfect. So excited about that. Yeah, I just want to thank y'all for joining me for this video. I don't know how long this video's even been. I'm pretty sure it's been a pretty long one. just with everything I've walked you through in this video, and I've probably been rambling with excitement, but plumbing repaired, walls repaired, painting done, texture done, lights installed, outlet, switches, just so much to be excited about. And to know that for me to already have an idea of what Mom and I have designed, I can't wait for y'all to continue to see this project and the progress play out, because it's gonna be, it's gonna be nice, y'all. But thank you for joining me for this one. Once again, I'm sure it was a long one. I've been having fun adding, clips that I find funny or motivational to the end of these videos. So here's another one, y'all. Check this one out, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
I always like to...
I wake up every day as flesh and bones, humbled along